Hello number ones, welcome back to my channel. This is the Metatron speaking, and it's more controversy again. And wherever you have controversial stuff, there is me. As usual, today I'll try to offer a sensible take that is logical and not hateful. If you've been watching and participating to my live stream recently, you know that I've been playing Oblivion Remaster. We have been having a great time with the community, and it's always great to talk and interact with you all, number ones. Thank you so much for joining the streams, whether it be here, on YouTube, or on my Twitch account, link in the description. Now I'm about 10 hours in, and I can say that the game is really good. They really did a great job with this one. It's not perfect, of course, it's Bethesda we're talking about. I think it crashed on me with an approximate frequency of once or twice per hour. That's the ratio. Todd. So overall, I love the game, but one, they removed the first-person camera from horseback. Why did you do this to me, Todd? Also, the running animation in third person looks awful, and while the textures and new assets are absolutely gorgeous, the overall lush green color palette of the original is somewhat missing. If you know, you know. But good news, all of these small aspects have already been addressed and fixed thanks to the real heroes here, the modding community. So the game is great. Thank you, guys. It is safe to say that whenever you think of mods, there is a specific website that comes to mind, Nexus Mods. While Nexus Mod is a great place for finding all sorts of mods for basically every game under the sun except for Way of the Samurai 3, this time the site was the fulcrum of a controversy, which I'm here to address. So what happened, you ask? The usual politics in games and the culture war. In this case, the battleground is Oblivion Remaster. Now, before I dive in with the details, let me make this clear. We are not talking about Dragon Age Veilguard level of political pandering, we're only talking about the removal of the original male and female options from the character creator, which of course was present in the original game, given the date of release, and the replacement of the old language with the new politically correct Body Type 1, Body Type 2 instead. To give full context, this only affects the character creator, as these terms never appear during the rest of the gameplay. Among the many mods available already on day one, there was one that addressed this very issue, Body Type Selector. This is a simple mod that replaces the modern language and brings back the male and female options. And if this was the crux of the matter, this would have been the end of the video. In fact, I wouldn't have even produced a video. But no sir. Personally, I did download the mod, because I don't think there is anything wrong with male and female as terms, but if you like the Body Type 1, Body Type 2 language more, then more power to you. To each his own. Freedom. But unfortunately that's not what happened. Nexus screwed up as differently from me. They did have a problem with those people who think differently than them, and they initially banned the mod, and they received so much backlash because of this censorship and lack of impartiality that they ended up bringing it back, so the mod is now available again. We'll review and read together their statement later on this video. I found their decision to ban it in poor taste, and it ended up making the mod 10 times more popular. It is one of the most popular mods in the Oblivion Remastered section. 250,000 views. As it is often the case historically, if you try to force your worldview through censorship, people don't like that, and it backfires. And as you can see, there are other types of mod coming from the other side of the spectrum with which Nexus had no problems whatsoever, that allow you to put pronouns in it and many more. If you like that, download it, mod it, it's your game, it's your experience, you could do anything you want. But then male and female should not be removed. You see where I'm going with this? So as always, I would like to now give you my sensible breakdown of this whole situation in order to explain to you why I stand firmly against Nexus and their initial decision to ban the mod. Now, we have seen this happen countless times already, and it's not news. As per usual, you have three types of people when it comes to this. You have those who don't care and just play the game and don't find this to be a problem at all. You have those who will raise hell because of it, will refuse to buy the game and begin a boycott campaign. And then you have those like me who cringe at this, because I do. I will say male and female was fine, why did they remove it? But I will continue to play the game regardless. I personally only choose to completely pass on the game when the political pandering is excessive, such as it was the case with Dragon Age Veilguard, which rendered the whole game and setting unrecognizable. Oh, and I forgot, you also have the why do you care, it doesn't matter types. Yeah, the it's such a nothing burger, I can't believe you base your entire existence on such a ridiculous small thing types. Yeah, while I'm at it, let me address these three idiotic arguments. It will only take me 15 seconds, let's go. 1. Why do you care? Why do you care that I care? 2. It doesn't matter. Well, simply because it doesn't matter to you, it doesn't mean that it should also not matter to me equally. We are two separate individuals, and just like I don't force my worldview on you, you should not try to project yours onto me. Moreover, it is clear that this isn't a question. It is their way to try and accuse me and us of something. It's a manipulative attempt at shaming, and it falls flat and demonstrates the same toxicity and intolerance that these people usually claim to be fighting. The last one is an appeal to triviality, which is a weak position because it's a fallacy. Something is either trivial or is not. If it is trivial, then let us swap the language to what we want. It's a small trivial thing, so it won't make a difference if we replace it to male and female. If, however, you're not okay with the replacement, then it means you do think it's a big deal. Then it's not trivial, is it? You can't have the cake and eat it too. It's either a trivial and insignificant thing, so changing it won't matter, or it is a big deal, and if you admit that it is a big deal, then you can't use the nothing burger line of attack anymore. Whichever you choose, it's checkmate. Thank you very much. But there is one more reason as to why this isn't a trivial matter. It really all comes down to freedom. If someone likes the politically correct identity language, I say go for it. I wouldn't prohibit it. Use it all you like. Likewise, people who don't like it or find it ridiculous to replace male and female should have the option not to comply. The option to not comply really is the basis of this discussion today. I would always defend your freedom to not comply with my belief system and worldview. That goes without say, but I will also fight like hell whenever anyone tries to control language radically, because I know history. Having said all this, I have the Oblivion Remastered mod that created a big controversy on Nexus, downloaded and saved on 2 different external hard drives. If Nexus blocks it again upon receiving permission from the creator, I'll distribute it myself on all my social media platforms. Freedom to the players. If you want body type 1 and body type 2 and that's the language you personally prefer, then you should be able to play it that way. However, if like me you prefer the male and female language, then you should be allowed to mod it. Freedom to the players. The problem is that Nexus isn't impartial and has never been. They have allowed mods that make core characters gay, but have banned mods that allow, for instance, a lesbian character in, say, Cyberpunk to become romanceable even if the player is male. They have allowed all sorts of race swapping from white to black, but systematically ban any mods that allow you to turn a black character white. Now, don't get me wrong, I hate hateful people and toxic people regardless of the side. If the person is toxic, they piss me off. But unfortunately, sometimes I think that it's this that makes people toxic, that turns them into radicalized individuals. This type of attitude is what making them and radicalizing people. Just let players do whatever they want. Allow all types of mods, because otherwise differential treatment like this and unjust treatment like this will enrage even the most centric moderate that you can get. Body type 1 and body type 2 still remains one of the most useless changes in the language of video game history. Male and female is a perfectly apt descriptor of the sex of the character. Body type is not. Body type means you're either slim or muscular or chubby, etc. That's what body type means in English. Besides, this change in language does not pander to anything, and I would like to stress this particularly for the left-wing fans of mine watching this today, as I know I have a very mixed community politically. You might think that the body type language panders to gender ideology, but if you look closely, it actually fails at doing that, and here is why. The whole culture war between the right and the left on this item is based on how the words gender, woman, and man are used. The American left has taken the word gender and has given it a social meaning, while the right wants to preserve its connection and semantic overlap with the word sex. As a result, the left argues that woman and man are social constructs determined by cultural norms, hence calling for a modification of the traditional meaning of the words, what we linguists call a semantic shift, while the right maintains the historical dictionary definition of these terms, meaning adult female and adult male. The left shifts the meaning into the social sphere, the right keeps the original meaning into the biological sphere. That's it. Thing is though, that even the most committed identity politics proponent still recognizes sex as a thing, as we can see when they use terminology such as sex assigned at birth. Whether sex is observed or assigned, it's a different matter of discussion for another day. What's important here today for our discussion and argument is that they do say sex assigned at birth. It's not body type assigned at birth now, is it? Male and female have nothing to do with the ideas of social construct attached to woman, man, and gender the left pushes through the social sciences. Nothing. It's an independent descriptive set of words, and therefore there is no reason whatsoever to remove them unless, 1. You're actually denying the biological existence of male and female dichotomy, in which case, but you're not even doing identity politics anymore, as those who do speak about the social spectrum. Or 2. What you're trying to do is language control. I'll make a dedicated video to the dangers of the latter soon. Either way, male and female as a biological concept remains, regardless of which worldview you choose. Hence, removing them from video games is meaningless. I did make a tweet, a poster on X, I was about to say Twitter, about this, and I got quite a lot of views, and of course, the intolerant, tolerant people started to attack me. Yeah, look at all this tolerance. Look at all this tolerance. Man, the tolerance. It must be wonderful to be so tolerant and nice all the time. Wow, what a wonderful and tolerant person. I'm glad he's not a toxic individual like me, right? This is a hater. This. Please learn to distinguish this from moderates and non-toxic people who simply have a different opinion. Thank you. Lastly, for those who will say, but what if we can make transgender people feel a little bit better? Or what if we can help non-binary people feel better? Well, my question is, does it? Have you asked? I have, plenty of time, and the answer I usually get, at least from transgender fans of mine, is that it doesn't matter to most transgender people what the word is written on screen is to describe sex. What I've been told, once again, by transgender people is that they don't care because they can literally pick the sex they wish they were born with and make the character look the way they want to see themselves. Of course, I have nothing against that. I'm a freedom guy, and I'm glad it makes them happy. So to those who will try to shame me and call me a transphobe because of this video, I say this. Have you actually taken time to ask a transgender person how they feel about this? If you're one of the toxic ones, like those comments that we reviewed on X commenting under my post, I doubt you did. You're too busy shaming free thinkers like me and being toxic in your free time. Mind you, even the idea that this helps non-binary people, as it supposedly helps fight the gender binary stereotype, is beyond me. Body type 1 and body type 2 is still a binary choice, and if we are really going there, then binary and non-binary is also still a binary concept. However you look at it, swapping two words does not break you free of the binary option. Even the most convinced proponent of all aspects of gender ideology and identity politics will have to admit that. And with that, thank you very much for watching, and enjoy the game. Ciao, ciao.